Tony Schiavone was in the ring and introduced, he introduced Ricochet. Oh, jeez.
Now, can I stop you before you go any further?
Go ahead.
There's a lot of Ricochet on the show.
He was bouncing around everywhere, wasn't he?
Is Ricochet of the mindset that what he is doing outside the ring, not even talking about his in-ring stuff, that what he's doing outside the ring is good? That this is leading to fans wanting to see more of him? Or is this a deliberate attempt to sabotage his career by some unnamed person? Because what the fuck are they doing to Ricochet?
Well,
He's supposed to hide the negatives, accentuate the positives.
and don't mess with Mr. In-Between.
Now find the negatives and broadcast them on the mic over and over and over again.
At first I was like, oh my God, he's going to talk to begin with because it's the 9 o'clock hour and I can see putting him in a match for that audience, but he's going to talk. But then he didn't because Tony asked him some meandering and non-specific question about the attitude change he's had lately. And right as he said like 2 words, the Hurt Syndicate music interrupts and out they come to the ring. And again, by the time that the camera has the Hurt Syndicate in the ring, Tony has already just handed Ricochet the microphone and has turned and just walked out of the ring just like a fucking mute whipped puppy. It's like, but it's like it's all by, oh, this is where I step out now and this is the scene. Instead of, you're still the announcer of the fucking show. You had the microphone, you were talking to this fucking guy, these people are interrupting you. Why do you not then, as a bridge from the talent in the ring to the talent coming out, say something to the effect of, well, now here comes so-and-so, it's certainly not their time because we're busy talking to Dick Leg over here. And then when they get in the ring, then they can, if they want to, they can run him off. And that looks bad enough, but to just leave like a goddamn limp dick.
He hands it over. They used to say the announcer should never let go of the microphone. He just hands it over and then leaves. Sometimes he just stands in the corner. Other times he leaves the ring.
Yes. And I do what the... So anyway, Ricochet is like, well, hey, we all look good in our suits here. And he's like an Eddie Haskell-ish type of little wise ass that's suddenly got the big football players around him in high school. Hey, did you guys see how I beat Commander and Brody King and Shelton? Maybe you and I are going to face each other in the tournament. And maybe, I've got 6 points. Maybe you'll get 6. He's being a little smart ass to these guys, all of whom, including the manager, could tear him apart with their fucking teeth. And then he plugged more tournament matches. Like he's out there doing the announcer's job. And we're going to have this match and that guy's going to wrestle this guy. And finally, MVP just says, oh, you still got my business card I gave you. Let me see it. And Lashley grabs Ricochet in like a souped up version of the Christine Jarrett grip, where she would grip an offending wrestler who had done something wrong with a thumb on one side of the cheek and the fucking forefinger on the other and squeeze him a little bit and talk to him like that. But he just fucking googzled Ricochet and literally almost lifted him up off the ground, and MVP took his card from Ricochet's hand and tore it in half. What the fuck is going on?
And I said, thank God.
And MVP said nobody likes a kiss ass. And then Lashley let him go and didn't even tell him verbally, just basically gave him the nod, take the fuck off, hit the bricks, pal. And he did. He got out of the ring and fucking brushed himself off and left with his tail between his legs. These baby faces are, boy, I wish I'd have had him charging up San Juan Hill with me. Good Lord. And then MVP went to the desk for color. Lashley left for the time being, and Shelton stayed for his next match in this bogus tournament. And like I said, that's not all we'll see at Ricochet, but
this is the worst. But this is the worst he's ever been made to look. Where the whole point of the segment is to make him look like shit. And I'm sure they have something in their head that they'll recover from it, and maybe I don't know what, he'll be there Eddie Haskell, or all of a sudden he'll get hard. I don't know what it'll be. But this show, and this wasn't it, made Ricochet look like the dumbest motherfucker out there.
And he already does, honestly, because between him again arguing and cussing out to random fans on Twitter back and forth like over and over, and he doesn't have a good personality. If you like the flying stuff, he can do the flying stuff if they showed him in the ring, but when you hear him talk, or he just says these goofy things.